working on the Comet. Finally the weather broke, able to get at it again. Matt's brought over a bunch of stuff from home. We have our Pro Stock NASCAR. It actually doesn't look horrible. I mean, looks like a modern Pro Stock on the front end, but anyways, Matt's working on like getting the radiator sorted and stuff, and transmission cooler. We had some stuff done last night. So I'll show you what's going on. I had to take the engine out of the hot rod, and the end heads on this engine have the wide pattern, and there's a very specific exhaust port pattern, so that doesn't work with the headers that he got off a wonderful marketplace here. So he's got to put the flanges from the hot rod, where that end-headed small block was in, and put those flanges on the other headers, which isn't that great a big of a deal. And he's already got it sold, so this car is going to a new owner. That was quick. I mean, that was way quick. But the guy has had his eye on the car for a while, so it's a good thing. Move on, and then you got more money to spend on the Comet. And by the way, the ultimate goal, drag week, we're just going to show up. We're going to show up with 4 cars. We'll show up with 3 gassers and a hot rod. So. All right, well, Matt's cutting flanges and drinking bourbon. I'm gonna smoke cigars and weld up axle brackets. So. So while he's welding, I'm just gonna have a cigar. Matt putting headers on his big block Chevy. Need more clearance, Clarence?
Just a little bit. Just that floor right there, that pipe right too.
Super close. That header bolt get hot, I see you drop it. Matt trying to get these Ford headers to fit this big block Chevy. Oh, I know why it doesn't run. The trigger is in the wrong spot. Shut up.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here's your sign. I'd start that by hand, will you?
Yeah. It's just a little hot still.
A little toasty. Well.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's a good place for that to come out. I mean,
cut that off, and then we can put a curve.
Yep.
But,
yep. Is this the hard side? This is the most forward side, isn't it? But the headers are adjusted.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right. Cool. Is it running yet?
Close.
All right. And then a little fist bump. Dang. Damn it, Bobby.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
You need supervision?
I probably could use a little stupid vision.
And that is why I'll be sent to day shift.
Crying out loud! Jeez, crow almighty.
Right. Actually, maybe smaller tree.
So we got these done, airbag mounts. So this is for when we tow the trailer. So all those are mounted in, molded in. Yes, sir. Getting closer, getting closer. Looks like Matt's got his headers done. Is they clear all right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yep. All right, let's drive this down and go get some margaritas.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom.
Might push me.
Might not be able to stop or steer.
Yeah, close, whatever.
That's true. Yeah.
Those are optional.
Good deal. Good night work. Getting stuff done. Well, I got something else. Thank you, Summit Racing clearance section. You Ford guys know these strut rods. They're rubber, and you can imagine when you hit the woes at 135 miles an hour, that's a lot of pulling on the strut rod, and it's rubber. And when that pulls that way, that allows this A-arm to go backwards, and it changes your toe. I think it changes your toe. I'm pretty sure. Somebody comment if it doesn't. But it's still not good, right? So thank God for the Summit clearance section, and I found these strut rods. They're for a Mustang, but I think they're going to work. I think I'm gonna have to shorten these a little bit, but I think the rest of it will work. So we'll see. You guys saw when the truck was doing death wobble. We've tightened up a few things, and I've got a steering stabilizer, and this is apparently what everybody uses with casters, what I'm told anyways. But that doesn't work. That needs to float. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off, and we're going to thread this portion right here and put a Heim fitting on the end of that, and then I've got the rubber bushing here, so that should work. Knock on wood. So to get rid of this wobble, we've elongated that, put a spacer in, made a new bar with Heim fittings, fresh Heim fittings, and I'm going to add this steering stabilizer we talked about. We replaced this crossbar because it was bent pretty bad, so who knows what that was doing. And then new ball joints at the end, that's that one laying there. and then I'm going to finish drilling this hole so I can mount that steering stabilizer and clamp it onto the whatever you call it. What do you call that? Why is that eluding me? Huh. Yeah, let me know in the comments how we get at it. There we go. So it's tapped. And now I'm going to put this all together and thread it through there. So this is complete, and I don't pretend to know everything, but I did center the stroke of this so that when it's full lock right, which pulls this steering, what do I call that thing, damn it? Alright, so this tie rod, I've got this as lock to the right, and I still have stroke on the steering stable, basically a shock absorber so that it gets oscillations out. Made spacers. I'm going to put a bolt on the back side of this part right here to kind of lock that in. Once I get a little bit longer of a bolt, little spacer here. Hey Matt, you will you run this steering left and right? Oh, so I know it's hard to see because the how bright it is out there. Let's see. Alright, so it goes full left. Yep. Go the other way. It shouldn't bottom out. And it doesn't bottom out. Okay. Yeah, alright. So that combined with the wedges, combined with the steering, what do you call this? From the box to the
Drag link.
drag link. Yeah, drag link, I guess. We don't pretend to know everything, but we're still having fun and doing stuff. This, getting the Heim rod or Heim end fittings on there to get some of the slop out. Hey, do me a favor, girl. Shop dog, come on, you want to come through here? Callie, come here. Yeah, she doesn't care. But that should take care of all of these issues. We shouldn't have any more death wobble, and we'll give it a shot. And hopefully this takes care of it, because I'm out of fixes. So, and by the way, this was a steering stabilizer from doing some internet research. Is off a Volkswagen. And we just cut that end off and then welded that I'm fitting on the end of there. So, yeah, should work. Got a ton of work done on the cars this weekend. Suspension stuff on the Fairlane, on the rear suspension. We got a lot of stuff done on the truck. The truck is good now. It's ready to drive. It's ready to go to the track again. See if we took care of that death wobble. And Matt got a ton of work done on the Comet. Got all that front end pieces mounted. Got the headers figured out. Got some of the tilt mechanism all figured out. Got the gauges mount, or the switch plates mounted in the interior, and the transmission cross member. So things are really moving fast on the Comet. The goal, remember, is that we take this to drag week in September, because it starts in Columbus, an hour south of us. We did sick week. We weren't planning on doing drag week until they announced the tracks and said, hey, that track is an hour away from us. We kind of have to do it now. It's one of our tracks. So can't wait to see you guys. Stop by and say hi if you run into us at sick week or drag week or wherever. And thanks for watching. So we're going to wrap up all this work we did on the cars. No, let's not do that.
What'd you do, Richard?
Jesus Maria. Oh.